ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States and the Prime Minister of Japan. Thank you very much.
Prime Minister Abe, on behalf of the American people, I welcome you to the very famous White House. You honor us with your presence. This is one of our earliest visits from a foreign leader, and I am truly glad that it could be from such an important and steadfast ally. The bond between our two nations and the friendship between our two peoples runs very, very deep. This administration is committed to bringing those ties even closer. We are committed to the security of Japan and all areas under its administrative control, and to further strengthening our very crucial alliance. The U.S.-Japan alliance is the cornerstone of peace and stability in the Pacific region. It is important that both Japan and the United States continue to invest very heavily in the alliance to build up our defense and our defensive capabilities, which under our mutual leadership will become stronger and stronger. And as time goes by, ultimately they will be impenetrable. We face numerous challenges, and bilateral cooperation is essential. Our country is committed to being an active and fully engaged partner. We will work together to promote our shared interests, of which we have many, in the region, including freedom from navigation and of navigation, and defending against the North Korean missile and nuclear threat, both of which I consider a very, very high priority. On the economy, we will seek a trading relationship that is free, fair, and reciprocal, benefiting both of our countries. The vibrant exchange between us is a true blessing. Japan is a proud nation with a rich history and culture, and the American people have profound respect for your country and its traditions. I also want to take this opportunity, Mr. Prime Minister, to thank you and the people of Japan for hosting our armed forces. Working together, our two countries have the ability to bring greater harmony, stability, and prosperity to the Pacific region and beyond, improving countless lives in the process. We are committed to that goal. Highly committed. Prime Minister Abe, on behalf of the United States of America, I thank you for being with us today. We will soon be traveling to the great state of Florida, where I know we will have a long and very successful talk, negotiations, and a very, very productive weekend. Mr. Prime Minister.
This is the fourth time in 6 months for me to visit the United States. The last time was in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, at the end of last year. I am indeed sincerely grateful for the always heartwarming welcome accorded to me by the American people. I would also like to express my sincere gratitude to President Trump. Donald, you must have been very busy in this very important the period of 100 days after your inauguration. And thank you very much for inviting me over to the White House. My name is Abe, but in the United States, some people mistakenly pronounce my name as Abe, but that is not bad, because even in Japan, everybody knows the name of that great president. That farmer carpenter's son can become a president, and that fact, 150 years ago, surprised the Japanese who were still under the shogunate rule. The Japanese opened their eyes to democracy. The United States is the champion of democracy. Donald, President, you are excellent businessman, but you have never been in the Congress or being a governor. You have not experienced being in the public office, but you have fought the uphill struggle and fight for more than a year in the election campaign to become a new president, and this is the dynamism of democracy. I would like to celebrate and congratulate Donald being sworn in as the president. The United States is a country having the largest number of chances, opportunities in the world. That has always been the case right now as well as going forward. This will never change. And that is the reason why automotive industries and other Japanese businesses have built factories all over the United States to engage in local production here. Last year, from Japan to the United States, there have been more than $150 billion of new investment being made into the United States. And those Japanese businesses have created large number of jobs. The mutually beneficial economic relations have been built by Japan and the United States. With President Trump taking on the leadership, I'm sure there will be major-scale infrastructure investment will be made, including the fast-speed train. Those of you who have rode on the Japanese Shinkansen, I'm sure you would appreciate the speed, the comfort, and safety. With the latest maglev technology from the Washington, D.C. To New York, where Trump Tower exists, only 1 hour would it take if you ride the maglev train from Washington, D.C. to New York. Japan, with our high level of technical capability, we will be able to contribute to President Trump's growth strategy. There will be even more new jobs being born in the United States. To further deepen the bilateral economic relations between Deputy Prime Minister Aso and Vice President Pence,
対話を行うことで
there will be
合意い
a
たしました。
cross-sectoral dialogue to be
さら
held,
に
and we have agreed
急速に
on
成長を
this.
遂げる
And
アジア
furthermore,
太平洋地域において
in
自由な貿
Asia
易や
Pacific,
投
where
資
we
を
see
拡大す
dramatic
る
growth,
これは
to
日米双方に
expand
とって大
free
きな
trade and
チャンスです
investment. This will be a big
しかし
chance
もちろん
for
それは
both Japan and
フェア
United
な
States.
形で
But of course,
行われ
it
なけ
must
れ
be
ば
done in a
なりません。
fair manner.
国有企業による国家資本を背景とした
A
経済介
state-owned
入は
company
あってはならない。
backed by state
地
capital
域経済産へのフリ
should
ーライド
not
は
make any economic
許されて
intervention.
はなりません。
Free ride
アジア
on
太平洋地域に
intellectual property
自由かつルールに基づいた公正なマーケットを
in
日
Asia
米両
Pacific
国のリーダー
region
シップの下
with
で
Japan and
作り
US
上げていく、
taking on the
その
leadership
強い意
to
志を今回
create
私と大統領は確認しまし
free and fair
た。アジア
market
太平洋
based
地域の
upon
平和と繁栄
rules
の礎
should be
それは
built.
強固な日
I
米同
and
盟でありま
President
す。
Trump has
その
confirmed on our
絆
strong
は
will to do
揺る
so.
ぎないものであり、私とトランプ
The
大統領
cornerstone
の
of
手
peace
で
and prosperity in
さらな
Asia
る強化
Pacific.
を進めて
That
いく、その強い
That is
決
the
意を
strong
私たちは共有しました。
Japan-US alliance. And this
安
is
全保
an
障環境が厳し
unwavering
さを増す中にあっ
ties
て
between our two countries.
尖閣諸
I
島
and
が
President Trump
安保条約第5
will
条の
work together
対象である
to
ことを
further strengthen our
確認しました
alliance. We have shared
米
this
国は地
strong
域におけ
resolve.
るプレゼンスを強化し、
Increasingly
日本も
difficult
積極的
security
平和主義
environment,
の働
we
き
have
もとより大きな
confirmed that
役割を果
US
たしてい
Japan
く
Security
考えであり
Pact
ます。
Article 5 will
同
be
時に
applied to
抑止力を維持し
Senkaku Islands. The
負担
United
軽減を
States
進めるため
will strengthen its
在
presence
日米
in
軍
the
の再
region
編を
and under
これ
the
まで通
banner
り
of
進めてまいります。
the
普天間飛行場の全面返還を実現すべく、唯一の解決策である辺野古移設に向け、引き続き日米で協力して取り組んでいきます。北朝鮮に対しては、核および弾道ミサイル計画を放棄し、さらなる挑発を行わないよう強く求めます。拉致問題の解決の重要性についても、大統領と完全に一致いたしました。そして、東シナ海、南シナ海、インド洋、いずれの場所であろうとも、航行の自由をはじめ、法の支配に基づく国際秩序が貫徹されなければならない。日本と米国は、力の行使や威嚇によるいかなる現状変更の試みにも反対するとの強い意思を改めて確認いたしました。私と大統領は、二国間や地域の課題だけではなくて、世界の平和と繁栄のための貢献についても率直な意見交換を行いました。あらゆる形態のテロリズムを強く非難し、テロとの戦いにおいて、引き続き協力を強化していくことで合意いたしました。日本は日本の役割をしっかりと果たしていきます。さらには地域紛争、難民、貧困、感染症など、世界は今、さまざまな課題に直面しています。これらはいずれも日本にとっても、また米国にとっても、その平和と安定を脅かしかねない深刻な課題です。そして我が国や米国をはじめ国際社会全体が手を携えて取り組まない限り解決することはできません。当然意見の違いはあります。しかしその中で共通の目標や利益ではなく、違いばかりがことさらに強調されることで対話が閉ざされてしまうことを私は恐れます。それは既存の国際秩序に挑戦しようとする者たちが最も望んでいることであるからであります。対話を閉ざしてしまえば何も生まれない。むしろ意見の違いがあるからこそ対話をすべきであります。私はこの4年間、その一貫した信念のもとに日本ならではの外交を展開していました。いかに困難な課題があろうとも、私はトランプ大統領と対話を行いながら相互の理解を深め、そこから共有できる解決策を生み出す、その努力を続けていきたいと考えています。さて、ランチの後は大統領と一緒にロリラの週末であります。本当に待ち遠しい気分であります。ゴルフも一緒にプレーする予定であります。私の腕前は残念ながら大統領にはかなわないと思いますが、私のポリシーはnever up, never in。常に狙っていく。刻むという言葉は私の辞書にはありません。もちろんこれはゴルフに限ったことであります。リラックスした雰囲気の中でたっぷりと時間をかけて両国の未来、そして地域の未来、また世界の未来に向けて私たちが何をすべきか、何ができるかについてじっくりとお話をさせていただきたいと思います。ありがとうございました。
Thank you very much. We'll take a few questions, unless you don't want to ask any questions, if that's possible. Maybe we'll start. Where is Daniel Halper, New York Post? Daniel?
I'm curious about yesterday's ruling in the Ninth Circuit Court. Has it caused you to rethink your use of executive power, and how will you respond, and will you sign new executive orders or perhaps a new travel ban? And Mr. Prime Minister, I'm curious about your reaction to America's withdrawal from the Trans-Pacific Partnership, the TPP. Do you think that that's weakened America's position in Asia, and how do you envision any sort of trade deal with the president working out?
Well, your question was unrelated to what we're here for today, but I'll answer it. We are going to keep our country safe. We are going to do whatever is necessary to keep our country safe. We had a decision which we think will be very successful with. It shouldn't have taken this much time because safety is a primary reason. One of the reasons I'm standing here today is the security of our country. The voters felt that I would give it the best security. So we'll be doing something very rapidly having to do with additional security for our country. You'll be seeing that sometime next week. In addition, we will continue to go through the court process, and ultimately I have no doubt that we'll win that particular case.
我々はこの世界においてですね、難民の問題、あるいはテロの問題に協力して取り組んでいかなければならないと、このように考えておりますし、日本は日本の役割を今まで果たしてまいりました。これからも世界と共に協力して日本の果たすべき役割を、責任を果たしていきたいと、このように考えております。そして、それぞれの国々が行っている入国管理につきましては、また難民政策、移民政策につきましては、その国の内政問題でありますので、コメントすることは差し控えたいと思います。
Okay, Blake Berman, Fox, Blake Berman.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to pick up where Daniel left off, if you don't mind. You said earlier this week, and I'm quoting for you, you said, "I've learned a lot in the last 2 weeks, and terrorism is a far greater threat than the people of our country understand, but we're going to take care of it." Based off of what you have learned, and now knowing that your executive order is at least temporarily on hold, do you still feel as confident now as you have been at any point that you and the administration will be able to protect the homeland? And Mr. Prime Minister, thank you. I would just like to pick off again on what Daniel had asked about TPP. Do you feel it's a mistake that the United States has at least signaled its intention to withdraw from the deal? Thank you both.
I feel totally confident that we will have tremendous security for the people of the United States. We will be extreme vetting, which is a term that I developed early in my campaign because I saw what was happening. And while I've been president, which is just for a very short period of time, I've learned tremendous things that you could only learn, frankly, if you were in a certain position, namely president. And there are tremendous threats to our country. We will not allow that to happen. I can tell you that right now. We will not allow that to happen. So we'll be going forward. We'll be doing things to continue to make our country safe. It will happen rapidly. And we will not allow people into our country who are looking to do harm to our people. We will allow lots of people into our country that will love our people and do good for our country. It's always going to be that way, at least during my administration. I can tell you that.
TPP については、もうすでに我々は大統領の判断をよく承知をしております。経済問題についてはこの後のワーキングランチでお話をすることになると思いますが、日米のですね、今後の貿易や投資、そして経済管理、どのように発展させていくかということにつきましては、先ほど申し上げましたように、麻生副総理とペンス副大統領との間で枠組みを作ってしっかりと議論させ、そして良い結果が出てくると私は楽観をしております。また、TPP につきましては、我々、アジア太平洋地域に自由でフェアなルールを作って、それを日米がリードをしていく、ここが一番重要なポイントでありまして、この重要性については今も私は変わっていないだろうと、このように思います。原さん。
ございます。NHK の原と申します。安倍総理大臣に伺います。日本の自動車市場ですとか、金融為替政策をめぐって、事前の大統領と安倍総理の発言の間には開きがありましたが、この点について意見の 首脳会談ではどのようなやり取りが行われたんでしょうか。また意見の隔たりは埋まったんでしょうか。またトランプ大統領はアメリカを偉大な国にするとおっしゃっていますけれども、トランプ大統領のおっしゃる偉大な国というのはどういう国なんでしょうか。また安倍総理大臣に伺いますが、安倍総理大臣にとって偉大な同盟国アメリカというのはどういう国なんでしょうか。ありがとうございました。
トランプ政権の登場によりですね、日米の経済関係に新たな創造が始まる、そのような強い強力なメッセージを打ち出すべく、私から新たな経済対話の枠組みを立ち上げることを提案し、今般、先ほど合意をいたしました。そして個別の経済分野での協力については、この後の昼食会で話すことになると。このように思いますが、いずれにせよ、大統領と私との間では、日米間の経済関係について、麻生副総理と、そしてペンス副大統領の下で対話を進めていくことで一致をしたところであります。まさにこの2人の責任者の下で、しっかりとした成果が出てくることを期待をしています。また、為替についてはですね、専門家たる日米の財務大臣間で緊密な議論を継続させていくこととなりました。そしてまた、米国が偉大な国になるということはですね、まさに米国が担ってきたさまざまな役割もあり、また責任もあるわけであります。今、世界は不確実性が増してきている中において、米国が偉大な国となり、強い米国となることは日本にとっても大きな利益であり、そして日米同盟が強化されることはですね、日米両国だけではなくて、地域、アジア太平洋地域、あるいは世界の平和と繁栄にも大きな貢献をして、そのためにも米国が偉大な国になって、我々はそのことを歓迎したいと思います。
Thank you. I will say that, and you've seen it, ever since I won the election and became president-elect, I've been telling companies, car companies and other companies, many companies, come back into the United States. And they've been coming back in. And big announcements are going to be made over the next short period of time. Some of you already know what those announcements are. We've lost a lot of our factories, a lot of our plants, and those factories and those plants will be coming back, and jobs will be coming back to Michigan and Ohio and Pennsylvania and North Carolina and so many other places where we've lost so many jobs. And those are the people that were so good to me, and now I'm being good to them. So we've had a tremendous number of announcements. We've had Ford and General Motors and many, many others. Intel yesterday made a major announcement, and they did that because of what is happening with our tax structure, which is going along very well, and we'll be having some very big news over the next short period of time. But we are a nation of tremendous potential, and the expression, make America great again, I will tell you, and I will add very strongly and with great assurity, it will be greater than ever before. And I just want to thank the Prime Minister for a friendship. You know, we developed a great friendship when we met in New York City at Trump Tower. We spoke for a long, long period of time. And when I greeted him today at the car, I was saying, I shook hands, but I grabbed him and hugged him because that's the way we feel. We have a very, very good bond, very, very good chemistry. I'll let you know if it changes, but I don't think it will. So I just want to thank the Prime Minister for being here. We're going to be meeting your wife in a very short period of time, and I look very much forward to that. And I want to thank everybody in the room. We're going to have a tremendous relationship, long-term relationship of mutual benefit with Japan. Thank you all very much. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. Yes, certainly. Okay, go ahead.
ありがとうございます。産経新聞の記者で滝田と言います。トランプ大統領に伺います。オバマ政権はリバラン政策のもとアジア重視の姿勢を見せましたが、中国は東シナ海、南シナ海で強硬姿勢を一層強め、北朝鮮は核ミサイル開発に拍車をかけました。このため日本をはじめとするアジアの国々の中からは、アメリカのアジア太平洋地域に対するコミットメントを懸念する声が相次ぎました。こうした事態を踏まえ、先ほども大統領ちょっとお話しされましたが、トランプ政権は今後この地域が直面する状況にどのように対応するお考えでしょうか。また、政権として、大統領は中国の為替政策を問題視する、発言をされていますが、仮に中国が、大統領の望むような方針に転換した場合、アメリカのアジア太平洋地域への対応に変化はあり得るのでしょうか。
It will change in the future?
I had a very, very good conversation, as most of you know, yesterday with the president of China. It was a very, very warm conversation. I think we are on the process of getting along very well, and I think that will also be very much of a benefit to Japan. So we had a very, very good talk last night, and discussed a lot of subject. It was a long talk, and we are working on that as we speak. We have conversations with various representatives of China. I believe that will all work out very well for everybody, China, Japan, the United States, and everybody in the region. As far as the currency devaluations, I've been complaining about that for a long time. And I believe that we will all eventually, and probably very much sooner than a lot of people understand or think, we will be all at a level playing field. Because that's the only way it's fair. That's the only way that you can fairly compete in trade and other things. And we will be on that field, and we will all be working very hard to do great for our country. But it has to be fair, and we will make it fair. I think the United States is going to be an even bigger player than it is right now by a lot when it comes to trade. A lot of that will have to do with our tax policy, which you'll be seeing in the not-too-distant future. We'll have an incentive-based policy much more so than we have right now. Right now, we don't even know. Nobody knows what policy we have. But we're going to have a very much incentive-based policy. We're working with Congress, working with Paul Ryan, working with Mitch McConnell. And I think people are going to be very, very impressed. We're also working very much, and this has a lot to do with business, on health care, where we can get great health care for our country at a much reduced price, both to the people receiving the health care and to our country, because our country is paying so much, and Obamacare, as you know, is a total and complete disaster. So we're going to end up with tremendous health care at a lower price, and I think people are going to be extremely happy. Difficult process, but once we get going, and as you know, Tom Price was just approved a few hours ago, so we finally have our secretary, and now we get down to the final strokes. Again, I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank Mr. Prime Minister. What an honor. What a great honor it is. And let's go to Florida.